Hey book lovers, we are Ellen and Sarah and this is Besties and Books, where we drink wine, share laughs, talk fantasy and all the stories that steal our hearts.
Today we are back to our TBR jars and we're going to be doing things a little bit differently this month. We have started so many new series and it is absolutely killing us that we're not continuing with the sequels of each series as we go along. So we've created 3 jars tonight. We've got, excuse my nails by the way, I'm like so shy. Everyone has pretty nails and mine are like so short and bummy. Because I'm such a fast typer that I can't stand having long nails. Anywho, we have this jar which has all of our sequels. So we're going to pick 2 from these tonight, 1 or 2. Then we have our monstrosity. This is no longer a jar, guys. This is a vase.
I actually suggested to Ellen that we probably need to add some new ones because surely we're running low, but no, apparently there's about 50 left in there.
There's so many fantasy and fantasy romance racks left in that vase now. And then we have the random genre jar. So within the random genre jar, there is genres from ranging from biography all the way to dark romance, historical fiction, everything in between. And we pick out a genre and there's a few book options underneath each genre and we decide based on the reviews what to read. So with that being said, let's get into our TBR jars. Do you want to start with the sequels first or the random
Let's go
fantasy?
Let's do the sequels first.
All right. This one makes me nervous. There's one in particular I really want to get. And then there's others I'm not sure.
That you don't want to get.
Yeah. All right. Oh, fun. This will be a good one because we've only just finished it. The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni.
Yeah,
so book 2. So that is our first pick for the month. I can't remember what book 2 is called. You'll have to.
So it's called The Gilded Cage. I'm just opening it. Gets 4.3 on Goodreads from quite a lot of reviews. And the little synopsis is... So book number 2 of The Prison Healer is called The Gilded Cage. In book number 1, we follow the story of Kiva, who is a prisoner working in the infirmary at the deadly Zalendov prison, I recall it was called. Is that right?
Yeah, you're right.
She has to go on, she undergoes a series of trials in book 1, and then the book ends on a bit of a cliffhanger. So we're very excited to read what happens next. And just the first line of book 2 here says, of the review, Kiva trades one cage for another when she leaves behind a deadly prison for a deceptive palace. So we're not really sure what this is going to bring, but cool. Sold.
Cool. Exciting. All right. Book number 2 out of the continuing sequels or continuing a series jar. All right. What do we got? Yay! I'm really happy about this one.
What is it?
Book 2 in the Ember in the Ashes series by Sabaa Tahir.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I'm keen to read book 2. We haven't discussed, so Sarah and I haven't discussed what we thought of book 1 yet. That'll be recorded next week in our monthly wrap up. But this one is one of my most anticipated sequel reads, so I'm excited about that.
So book number 2 in An Ember in the Ashes is called A Torch Against the Night, and it gets 4.23 on Goodreads, which is a pretty good read, pretty solid review.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
So yes, we can't discuss it because we're going to talk about book 1 next week, but this will be good to continue with the series.
Yes. And we don't even want to discuss the synopsis in case we give a few things away to one another because we really want to keep our review a surprise, but excited to continue that series. All right, so the third fantasy and fantasy romance pick is coming from this giant vase. I'm going to do a good mix here.
Have you planted something strategically?
No, because every time I feel like every highly anticipated read has turned into a total
hasn't been
flop
as highly
lately,
yeah.
So I give up. I feel like I need to do some ASMR. I sent Sarah a video of some ASMR and she was horrified. All right. Here we go. Whoops, I've picked up 2. Damn it.
Oh.
And I've seen what one of them is. I better do another shuffle. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Did you want it, the one you saw?
I'm sort of neither here nor there.
Oh.
Okay. All right. What have we got? I have no idea what this is.
Oh, cool.
Okay. All right. It's called The Song of the Mart by S.M. Gaither. I don't even remember writing this down.
S.M.
So
Gaither.
this is the thing. I create TBR lists over a 6-month or more period. And then I...
So the series is Shadows and Crowns. It gets 3.9 on Goodreads. Out of only like 24,000 ratings, so it might be a relatively. Oh, it was 20. It was 2020. It's in the jar now, so we can't back down.
Right.
It says, and this is a little synopsis: the old gods are growing restless. Mercenary Cassia Greythorn cares about 2 things: completing her latest job and earning enough coin for the expensive medicine that is keeping her mentor alive. So when the king commands her to investigate a strange plague devastating the empire, she cannot resist the massive reward he offers, even if it does mean working with the arrogant and infuriating Captain Elander. But as the death toll rises and strange monsters wreak havoc across the realms, Cass and Elander find themselves up against meddling gods and very old magic, because an ancient evil is stirring in the shadows and the Empire will not survive its full unleashing.
Ooh, so is it a fantasy romance or sort of a hint of that in the synopsis?
So it says, perfect for sands of SJM, Throne of Glass.
We get that a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, and I haven't heard of Lee Bardugo's Six of Crows. Yeah. Have you heard of that?
I have. It's one of
our reads.
Yeah, it's a highly anticipated read, yeah.
So the tags are fantasy, romance, romantasy, romance, fantasy, enemy to lovers, magic, high fantasy. So up our alley.
Okay, yeah, all right.
It's 430 pages, so it's not actually very long either.
Cool. Oh yeah, I didn't even check the page numbers of the others.
The other two are about 450 pages.
Short.
Yeah, so none of them are particularly long.
Cool. And I was saying to Sarah, when I was sort of reluctant, I guess, to continue with that book too, we have a general rule that we don't add books to the TBR jar unless they're 4 stars and above. So 3.9 is, it's cutting it fine.
Maybe you added it in early before... Or maybe you didn't check the reviews of some of them. Anyway, it's good. Hey, it's good throwing in a wild card every now and then.
All right.
It could be good.
We'll go with it. Okay. Yeah. Let's go the random genre.
All right. Moving on to our alternative genre jar. Hang on, let me do it a good stir. Although we don't have as many. There's certainly not 500 pieces of paper in here, so. Okay, let's see what we get. Or it may not have been the genre that you wanted, but we have got dark romance.
No!
So
I need to explain myself. I feel like I'm actually turning into a dark romance girly. I have read a few dark romances lately that I have really enjoyed and loved. But the problem is, I have read so many, I feel like back to back, that now I'm scarred and I need something light and refreshing. But that's okay, we've got to go with it. Let me know if you need any dark romance recs.
Okay, so on our dark romance list, we have number 1, Darling Venom by Parker S. Huntington, and number 2, Insatiable, The Edge of Darkness series by Lee Rivers.
Yeah. So Insatiable I've got on my shelf. That's the stalker one that I didn't realise was a stalker one.
Oh, yeah.
That one is very, very dark. So I'm leaning away from that one, to be honest. The other one focuses heavily on depression. Okay. That's the main theme of the book, Darling Venom.
Let's go.
Otherwise I've got a few others.
Do you have another one that you think is a contender? Otherwise we can just pick.
I do.
I think I'd pick Darling Venom if we're going to pick one of these two.
Yeah, me too.
Give me one more option. Let's look that up. We're allowed to go rogue and add new ones.
So I was sort of I'm like, Mafia romance, that's pretty fun. I've read one Mafia romance book and I had a really good time. So I'm sort of like, well,
I could go with Mafia romance.
Maybe we could. Yeah, but it's like it's basically I read book 1 in an interconnected standalone series.
Okay.
So technically we could both read book 2, and I don't think you would be spoiled unless you wanted to read
I'm happy for book 2.
book 1.
Is it the same? Cool. Is it the same characters or different characters but the same?
No, different characters. Like, I'm pretty sure. We might have to check the synopsis, but
it's a
short book. It's only 300 pages, so I feel like.
Oh yeah, let's do that. All right. What is it?
So I think book 2 is called The Maddest Obsession
by Danielle Laurie.
Yeah. Just tell me who it follows, and then I'll be able to tell you if it.
Oh, Christian and Gianna? Are they different people?
Yeah. Okay, they're different characters. So. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So The Maddest Obsession, it gets 4.25 on Goodreads. And a little synopsis. She fears the dark, he rules it. Her dresses are too tight, her heels too tall. She laughs too loudly, eats without decorum, and mixes up most sayings in the book. Little do most know it's just a sparkly disguise, there to hide one panic attack at a time. Nobody can crack Gianna's facade, no one anyway, until he comes along. Most see a paragon of morality, a special agent upholding the law. In the New York underworld, others know him as a hustler, a killer. His nature is cold as the heart of ice in his chest. Christian Alistair has always followed the life plan he'd envisioned in his youth, beneath the harsh lights of a frigid, damp cell. With a proclivity for order and the number 3, he's never been tempted to veer off course. But perhaps one should never say never.
Cool.
So
what was the star rating?
4.25.
Yeah, okay, so that's pretty good.
All right.
I think that's good because I think that'll be hopefully on the lighter, dark romance side.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, guys. All right, should we do a quick recap of what we picked?
Yes.
Because we're a bit confused. Okay, so we got The Gilded Cage by Lynette Noni, which is book 2 in the Prison Healer book. We have The Song of the Marked by S.M. Gaither. We have Torch Against the Night by Sabaa Tahir, which is book 2 in the Ember in the Ashes series. And then the dark romance pick was Maddest Obsession by
Danielle Laurie.
Yeah, which is a mafia romance. Cool.
I have never read a mafia romance. This will be interesting.
I reckon you would have really enjoyed book 1. It was just fun, easy. It was sort of like, the girlies are going to hate me if I compare this to the Mind Effed series, but in terms of the relationship, there was nothing dark about it.
Oh, yeah.
Like between the two love interests, so it was really easy for me to read. Just the only dark component was the mafia, so I'm sort of hoping this will be similar.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with us today, besties. If you liked the episode, don't forget to hit the likes button. If you like the episode, don't forget. I don't know what happens when I get so tongue twisted with this.
I love all the bloopers.
Oh my gosh. If you like the episode, don't forget to hit like, push that subscribe button so that you don't miss any of our future episodes. And if you have any recs for either fantasy or even random genre recs, please send them our way because we are dying to hear new reads, and I do need to do a major TBR unhaul. I want to hear all your predicted 5-star reads. Give me the 5-star vibes. That being said, have a good night, besties. Catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.